This is the pace lap. One slow lap before the flying start. In the field are 6 Mercuries, 8 Plymouths, 3 Chevrolets, 12 Fords, 9 Dodges, and 2 Pontiacs. This is the 22nd Annual Southern 500, the granddaddy of stock car racing. The first winner, Johnny Mance, averaged 76 miles an hour in 1950. The current race record, 130 miles an hour, set by Richard Petty in 1967. Bobby Allison's Mercury, fastest qualifier, starts inside the front row. He'll lead the cars across the starting line. They're coming off the 4th turn, and the pace car pulls into the pit area as the drivers look for the green flag. Here they come. The race is on. In the first turn, Bobby Allison leads. Pete Hamilton holds second place. Glotzback and Baker are 3rd and 4th. Petty is 5th, and Bobby Isaac 6th. Bobby Allison's Mercury is pulling away. Allison has won 6 super speedway races so far this year and earned $168,000 in prize money. There goes Bobby Isaac taking 5th place from Richard Petty. Petty never worries about the early lead, only about winning. He's usually in the battle when the checkered flag is close. The largest crowd ever gathered in South Carolina is on its feet and cheering. Allison leads the way over the 1.6-mile course. As lap speed has climbed, it's become tougher and tougher to drive this track. Buddy Baker said it best. If you get a little sideways here, the wall will claim your car. At today's speeds, the track is only 1.5 lanes wide. It takes skill, daring, and a perfectly set-up car to win. The leaders are bunched into a single straightaway. Pete Hamilton holds second place with Glotzback and Buddy Baker right behind. Speed for the early laps, a new Darlington record, more than 145 miles an hour. The leaders are not challenging each other. Richard Petty summed it up for all the drivers when he said, at Darlington, you race the track, not the other drivers. After 5 laps, Bobby Allison's Mercury begins to pass slower cars. The going will be rougher now as the leaders weave and slide past cars that are 30 miles an hour slower. Allison's crew keep in contact with the front runner by means of a 2-way radio. Oh, a car's in trouble. Dave Thomas blows an engine on his Plymouth. Oil pouring from the broken engine flares as it hits hot exhaust pipe. The yellow flag slows the traffic, and the pit crews get ready to service the cars. Thomas is all right, shaken, but all right. NASCAR, the National Association for Stock Car Auto Racing, sanctions the race. Among the rules, no passing under the yellow. If a car pits during the caution and his crew is fast, he can get back on the track without losing a full lap. Bobby Allison's pit crew top off the fuel tank. The other front runners, Glotzback, Baker, Petty, fuel up and change tires as Allison goes back to the track. Baker's away, and Glotzback. There's Hamilton racing for the pit exit. The only front runner who did not pit is Bobby Isaac. He's gambling on another yellow flag before he runs out of gas. The pace car is moving off, and there's going to be a green flag. Bobby Isaac leads, with Allison right on his bumper. Glotzback Chevy, Hamilton's Plymouth, and Dave Pearson's Pontiac are in positions 3, 4, and 5. Now the first test for Bobby Allison. He took the lead from a front row starting position. Now, for the first time, he must pass a tough driver like Bobby Isaac. Isaac, the national point champion of NASCAR, is one of the smoothest, fastest drivers on any track. Isaac's lap speed is better than 145 miles an hour in traffic. Allison's challenging. Isaac rides up against the fence in the third turn and fights off Allison's Mercury number 12. Coming up on slow traffic, Allison looks for another way around. Richard Petty, running sixth, stays back out of the fight, but turns laps at the 144-mile-an-hour mark. Isaac slides a little, and Bobby Allison dives underneath, taking back first place. Handling is as important as horsepower on this track, and Allison seems to have both. Dave Pearson's through after less than 50 laps. The former national champion was fifth when a blown head gasket in number 17 put him out. Richard Petty has worked his way through the pack to ride Allison's bumper. Richard Petty, stock car racing's biggest money winner, has topped the $1 million mark in purses. He's earned more than $200,000 this year alone. Petty's trying to take Allison. Petty nearly hangs it on the wall as he cuts through slower traffic. On the front stretch, Petty challenges again. Richard Petty takes first place. Petty has been amazing on this raceway. He holds a track record for 500 miles and another record for hitting the wall harder than anybody else. That crash put him on the sidelines for 3 months. But now he's running strong as ever. But he can't run away from Bobby Allison. Pete Hamilton's car is heading for the garage. The engine is overheating, and Hamilton quits before he burns it up. Petty comes up behind Charlie Glotzback, and Glotzback is out of control. The side of Glotzback's car suddenly looms in front of Richard Petty, but Petty keeps his cool and keeps his foot down. Pete Hamilton's lost his cool and his car in the 90-degree heat. With his own car in the garage, Hamilton standing by in Richard Petty's pit. Petty may need a relief driver at the next pit stop. There's a car against the wall. Charlie Glotzback slides once too often and 1 yard too wide. Glotzback's really bent that Chevy. With Pearson's Pontiac already in the sidelines, a lot of General Motors fans will be going home early. Marv Acton's Plymouth is out of the race. The hood flew up, smashed the windshield, and blocked all forward vision. That must have been a thrill at 130 miles an hour. The driver's all right, but out of the race. Glotzback's pulled in behind the pit wall. As Buddy Baker said, driving this track is like walking a tightrope with a greasy wire to walk on. Glotzback slipped. There's trouble on the track. Two cars slide across the fast groove, and Richard Petty's bearing down. Petty slips through as Wendell Scott and G.C. Spencer spin into each other. Scott keeps moving, his car damaged, but not disabled. Spencer is out of the race. The yellow flag slows traffic until the track is cleared and inspected. Bobby Allison is in the pits, and his crew swarms over the car. Only 5 men are permitted over the pit wall to service the car, but those 5 work together with the precision of a drill team. The gas tank is filled, and the outside tires are changed all in 15 seconds. Eddie Allison, Bobby's brother, removes the lug bolts from the inside tires as the outside jack is dropped, and a second jack raises the inside of the car. In exactly 31 seconds, Allison's Mercury is ready with 4 new tires and a full tank of gas. Petty rolls in while the track is still under the yellow flag. Pete Hamilton asks whether Petty needs relief. Petty survived 2 near misses, a battle with Allison, and 90-degree heat. But that's all part of the game. He won't give up the wheel unless he has to. The car's ready, but the clutch is going bad. Hamilton goes over the wall to help Petty get underway. The yellow flag holds speed down as Petty rejoins the pack. There's the green. The race is on. And Petty closes in on Allison. 300 miles from the starting line, and Richard Petty wants to know whether Bobby Allison can be beaten and whether his car is the one that can do it. Petty takes the lead. Allison stays in striking distance. The other front runners have dropped back or dropped out. Hamilton, Pearson, and Grotzbach are out. Baker and Isaac are a lap or more behind the front runners. In every great race, there's a moment when the top contenders go head-to-head in an all-out battle. Either Petty or Allison must outrun the competition. One must be faster. That's what racing is all about. Lap after lap, 2 of the best stock car drivers in the world duel with each other on a racetrack that has no margin for error. At speeds of 145 miles an hour, the track surface is slick as glass. As they run on the ragged edge of control, fighting for the lead, the slightest mistake could put both cars on the wall. Despite the exhaust flare of Petty's car, both machines are in perfect shape, each developing more than 600 horsepower. Bobby Allison dives low in the third turn and takes back first place. Petty drops back. He's given it everything, and today it's just not enough. Petty changes tactics. He slows down to ease the strain on his car and waits for a lucky break. Allison keeps his foot down. A car's into the wall. Number 72, driven by Benny Parsons. The driver's not injured, but he's staying put until the caution flag slows the traffic. He's safer in the car than trying to run across the racetrack. Bobby Isaac uses this caution period for a pit stop, and Hamilton finally gets his chance as a relief driver. Isaac's worn himself out fighting a car with steering problems. Isaac stays in the car for a moment to help Hamilton adjust the seat belts and shoulder harness. These safety features, plus the specially designed roll cage, give the drivers tremendous protection against impact. Isaac's through, and so is Benny Parsons, driver of number 72. The track is cleared. The drivers have been signaled. There's one more lap before the restart. Richard Petty is heading for the pits. He may be taking on fuel for the final sprint. Allison is still the leader, but Petty is in second place and may still be able to make a race of it. Petty slows down, but doesn't stop. His pit crew handed him a cup of water, but may have created a brand new problem. Let's see that action again in slow motion. Petty eased into the pits, and his crew guessed that he wanted fuel. A crewman reached for the gas cap, which is attached to the car by a short length of chain. The cap was taken off the gas tank as another crewman handed Richard Petty a paper cup with water. The gas tank cap was dangling from its chain as Petty headed back to the racetrack. This is a violation of NASCAR safety rules. Before Petty has time to circle the track and pit again, the pace car moves off, and there's a restart. Allison is the leader, with Buddy Baker's Dodge right behind him. But Baker's car hasn't been handling, and he's 2 laps behind the front runner. Petty, in second place, is the only car on the same lap with Allison, and could still challenge if the gas tank cap was tight. As Petty flashes by the starting line, he's shown the black flag, which means come in for consultation. Eddie Allison, Bobby's crew chief, has protested to Johnny Bruner and the NASCAR officials in the scoring tower. He wants to be sure that Petty makes a pit stop and replaces the gas cap. Petty's slowing down and heading for the pit road. Petty's pit crew reports that the car has enough gas, but the driver was hot and pitted only for a drink of water. That drink may have cost Petty $15,000, the difference between first and second place money. The pit crew replaces the gas cap and push him out. Petty's clutch is still sick. Allison, running full throttle, has completed 1 lap in the time it took Petty to slow down and pit. Allison closes in behind Petty, who has not yet reached full speed. Petty moves over, letting Allison by. Allison now has a full lap lead over Petty. Even a yellow flag at this moment wouldn't help Richard. The only way Petty can win this race is for Allison to lose it. Allison is turning laps at 144 miles an hour with absolute precision. His lap time doesn't vary more than half a second from one lap to the next. Average speed, including slow laps run under caution and time spent in the pits, is more than 131 miles an hour. It takes years to learn how to drive a stock car on the superspeedway, and months to build and adjust the car. It takes a week of practice and qualifying to get into a 500-mile race. Then it takes hours of smooth, fast, smart driving to win a big stock car race. Bobby Allison has done all those things. Now, he needs 1 more lap. His crew, headed by his brother Eddie, waits that last half minute that seems like a half an hour. Allison takes the checkered flag to win the 22nd Annual Southern 500 at record speed, 131.4 miles an hour. Richard Petty, 1 lap behind the leader, takes the checker in second place. Petty had a hard way to go this afternoon, but he still finished second.